I know I said I wasn't gonna post any more political videos, but I lied. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with my other page yet. This is making me look cross-eyed. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't usually do this in the daytime. Sorry. And also I'm wearing my retainer. I might be a little lispy. So I'm making this video because I know what Hillary should do. The chatter is that Hillary's going to be indicted, right? Because she had this private email account that she wasn't supposed to have. She was sending messages through this secure server instead of using like a .gov email address. Why were you doing that, Hillary? The chatter about the net is that some of the aides are talking. They're singing like canaries, and she is going to be indicted, which isn't super good for somebody that is running a presidential election campaign. Who knows? Maybe that's what Donald has. Because I do think Donald has something on her, or thinks that he does, or thinks that something's going to break on her. And that is why Jeff Sessions backed over Ted Cruz, like ran him right over in endorsing Trump out of nowhere. And it's also why Chris Christie shocked his entire state and decided that he is also going to be like, I'm supporting Trump, even though nobody expected that. So here's what I think that Hillary should do. She should just come clean. She should go straight up full disclosure. Hillary, I'm talking to you right now. I'm probably going to email your campaign, and you'll probably never get it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I actually have seen people on TV that I've written to before, and they've written back to me, so you never know. Hillary, here's what you do. You do not hold a press conference. You get a hold of Michelle Fields. Michelle Fields is the Breitbart reporter who said that Trump's campaign manager manhandled her at a Trump rally. She got bruises on her arm. The Kool-Aid crew, the Kool-Aid committee, whatever you want to call them, those rallies are getting so insane, you guys. Breitbart News is kind of like a Republican, it's like a GOP sort of leaning news organization, but up until recently they've been at least fairly unbiased. I read this awesome article by the PR company that used to represent Breitbart News. The man that wrote it, he's the owner of the marketing company. Apparently, Breitbart News is like a little cheerleading squad for Donald Trump, and it was very much unsettling and not sitting well with many of the employees at Breitbart, as well as their PR company or marketing company. And he didn't feel good about how they were basically just endorsing Trump straight up. And, you know, news agencies aren't supposed to do that. If you want to look up marketing company that represented Breitbart quits. So that article is what said that Trump rallies are basically just a gathering for bigots. You know, it's where the bigots are coming out. People are getting insane. They're getting in fights, especially with protesters. Donald Trump said he'd like to sock a protester himself. So he's inciting it. He's like getting these people going. So they're all drunk off the freaking crazy Kool-Aid. And they're like getting, and the bigotry is coming out. Donald's making it okay. I don't know if you guys heard the story about the basketball team. There was like primarily, or at least half Hispanic school and basketball team, and they went to a visiting school, and the kids in the audience were shouting, USA. They were shouting Trump's name. They had a big Trump fat head poster they were holding up, and Dora the Explorer. And I guess the Hispanic maid from Family Guy, they had pictures of these. And they were shouting, "Go back home," tons of racial slurs in the middle of a basketball game. Why? Because Trump is making it okay. He is telling the nation's youth, it is okay for you to be racist. And something similar happened at another school that was also like at least half Hispanic in the state of Indiana and another state, Iowa and Indiana, I think, where the kids beat the kids that were like the all-white team. And as they were leaving the school, they started doing this chant telling them to go back home. And one little high school boy yells to another, "I was born in Franklin County," or whatever county it was. "I was born here just like you." Because they're both freaking born here. It's just that Donald has went and said, if they're a different color than you, go ahead. That's what is happening. The point of all this is Donald Trump basically, he said, "Oh no, that didn't happen. My campaign manager didn't do that." The campaign manager said he didn't do it. They're assassinating Michelle Fields' character, the reporter for Breitbart. And not only that, her very own employer did not stand behind her. At least the higher-ups were not grabbing her back at all. Besides, like, the super lame, like, request for an apology, or I don't even know if that's what it was. I think she probably was like, this is what's going on. Why is this, you know? But they're just denying, assassinating her character, saying, like, she's insane, she just wants attention. And it was so bad that the editor, I don't know if it's the editor-in-chief or just one of the editors, Ben Shapiro, he and Michelle Fields both resigned from the company. You know, she was injured, and those kind of things shouldn't happen at a political rally. It's insane and it's unheard of. And again, she's working for his part for a GOP newspaper, right? So, Hillary, what you need to do is call up Michelle Fields. You call her, you give her the exclusive interview where you are going to sit down and you're going to tell America the truth. You're going to tell us the truth before Donald does it. Or before anyone else does it, because that's the last thing you want. If you think that I'm crazy, get out the movie 8 Mile, get it up on Netflix. Fast forward to the very end of the movie where B. Rabbit, anything that he thinks that Papa Doc is going to say about him, he drops it first. He's like, "I do live in a trailer with my mom." He just says, "Yeah, what's up? This is the real dirt on me. I know what you're going to say about me." So he puts it all out there first, thereby completely shocking Papa Doc. And then he brings up stuff about Papa Doc that Papa Doc doesn't want to talk about. So first, you're going to be as transparent as you possibly can. And if it might get you in a little bit of trouble somewhere, but it's going to come out anyway, then you want to be the one to put it out there. You don't want Trump to do it. You really don't want anybody to tell us, the American people. You want to be the one, if you did something wrong, and you want us to respect you and to look up to you and feel that we can trust you, then you want to be the one to tell us. We all make mistakes. We're all human. We all can understand that. And we all can still forgive and respect someone that can own up to their mistakes. Tell us how you're going to write it. Tell us what's going to happen. We want to be kept in the know. The way to build a relationship with people that are feeling questionable about you, and maybe even people that are voting for Trump right now, is to say, here are my faults. Here's where I went wrong. I want to tell you guys. I want to be straight up with you so that there are no secrets. Because you don't want it to be the week before the election and to have stuff that Donald might say about you come out. You don't. You want to bring it up now. Shock us all. Everyone will be shocked. Nobody's expecting the truth from a politician, especially a truth before it comes out from some other source. You know, don't wait for BuzzFeed's K-File and Andrew Kaczynski to dig it up because he seems pretty sharp. I'm going to be the politician that comes to you and is transparent, because that's why people are voting for Trump. They feel that they can't trust politicians, and so instead they're picking a businessman who is so unqualified, and they think he's a patriot. That's the thing that sucks. The general consensus among the people that want to vote for Trump is that he is a freaking patriot. After you bring up all of your own dirt and you air it out, come what may, any women that are maybe going for Trump right now, that could win them back to be talking to this girl that's basically being shit on by her own company and by the entire GOP, or that's kind of how it looks, by Trump just being like, she's crazy, you know, and I know how that shit feels. So if you instead turn around and say, hey, I believe you, I think you're a respectable journalist, and I'm going to give you the exclusive. Some people that you might have alienated a little bit for one reason or another, just that fact alone might make them at least stop and listen to you. We are in a patriarchal society. You know that, I'm sure, better than anyone. And if anyone is feeling in a marginalized population that feels sometimes like they don't have a voice and that they don't matter, and that already isn't voting for you, then I think people will be listening at the very least. And another thing I would probably bring up, even though it might kind of suck to do it, is your husband. Because he made mistakes. Obviously, the whole country knows it. The whole world knows it. But you know what? You forgave him. And I personally think it takes a lot more grace and a lot more courage and bravery to forgive something like that, especially when it's everyone in the world knows about it, to forgive, you know, and to work to repair your marriage, or make something work. That to me shows real courage, and it shows somebody that knows how to stick it out and stay together for the good of your family, you know, for the good of your daughter, for better than just saying, no, you've done something, I'm over it, no, I'm quitting on you. Because that's something that the American people want to see too. Husbands are not perfect, obviously. People are not perfect. People make mistakes, but you can recover from it, you know, you can bounce back. And the point is that you stuck it out. And I know that probably was really hard to do, but I respect you for that. I do, for hanging in, because it's something that a lot of people don't know how to do. When the going gets tough, a lot of people want to just peace out in many different aspects of life, work, relationships, probably government. I don't think Donald Trump is banking on how hard this job would actually be. I bet he's not going to really want to do it. But you've proven that you can hang in there, and you can get through mistakes. People make mistakes. We're only human. But I can forgive. You know, I can forgive. Can you forgive, America? You are relatable to people if you want to talk about these things. After you talk about all, you air all of it out, pull open all the dresser drawers, throw the skeletons out. Make sure you then bring up all of the awesome things that you've done for this country. Talk about all the amazing things that you've done and all the amazing things that you want to do. And don't spend tons of time on any of this, but tell us the things that we need to know and tell us the things that we might hear somewhere else, but we would much rather hear from you. Then I would throw it back to Donald. Ask Donald to answer your questions. Donald Trump, here are the things that I want to know from you. Since I have come here and I've sat down to talk to the American people, here is what I want to know. Because American people, especially the ones that are in the Kool-Aid committee, that are all freaking wasted right now, that will wake up and they will have a hangover if he gets elected. See, Fox, you need to put it all together so that we can see all this stuff about him. I made a video. It's called Take the Blue Pill America. But I don't have a big platform like you do. You don't have to bring up every nasty thing about him, but bring up the things that will affect American people, the things that he said that he will do, that he won't do. Make sure that we can see the inconsistencies there. I would call those out. Make sure to highlight the things that Donald has already talked shit about you to cover all that. Because he'll probably keep bringing up the same stuff over and over again, you know, so you want to shut that shit down. Or be honest about it and say, yeah, it's true. And please, please ask him about his 4F medical deferral that got him out of Vietnam. That's my idea. That's my idea for you, Hillary. I hope you take my advice. I'll email this to you. I'll email you this video link, actually, so I don't have to write it all again. I'm on nobody's side. you know, I made videos about Trump, but I'm distrusting of the government as well, and I'm not even going to go into that, but I would respect you for doing this, and I think a lot of people would. And thanks, everybody, and sorry that I just acted like I was talking to Hillary Clinton, but it helped me, like, get it out the right way. We want truth. We want truth. 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 Yay, truth. All right, I gotta roll.